He's still sleeping, so I have to be a little quiet. Anyway, good morning, guys. I have not filmed or made a video since Vlogmas. And if you were tuning in, I got halfway through. So I think that, like, in and of itself, like, that deserves a round of applause. It's hard when you're not doing something super interesting every day, and I'm not gonna upload like a half-assed vlog, you know, because they were starting to become more like I always put out something that I was proud of, but also like I like to be really proud of what I put on here. But also it's fun. Why do I put that much pressure on myself? I don't know. These are like the first words I'm saying of the day, so that's why my voice sounds a little like, ooh, she just woke up. This is gonna be an interesting year. It's gonna be an interesting year. I want to update you guys on some things. Let's do a little update, shall we? Okay, so last time I saw you was mid-December, mid-Vlogmas. Comment down below how your holiday was. I know it was a minute ago, but I haven't seen you since then, and I would like to know if it went well, since I didn't follow up with you. Also, my go-to little fragrance most of the time is Lady Coco from Urban Outfitters. I know it's like, why would you be wearing an Urban Outfitters perfume? But first of all, the bottle is cute. Second of all, the scent is nice. Urban Outfitters perfumes get slept on. Their pistachio one is really good. All of their perfumes, they don't last that long, but they do smell great. I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeliner. I wasn't gonna do any eye makeup, but then the more that I look at myself, I'm like, you probably should do a little bit of eye makeup. Anyway, last time I saw you was like mid-December, and since then I have decided, let me wait till I'm done putting on eyeliner to say this. Okay, I have to go in and fix that because that is very messy. Oh well. Since I have seen you last, I have decided to put a pause on college for a little bit. I'm not dropping out. I'm not dropping out, but I am putting a little bit of a pause on it. I'm just staying in like an online class or two. But as you guys know, I moved out to LA to pursue acting, and it's not an easy industry by any means. But I am somebody who also always preaches like you don't grow when you're comfortable, and push yourself out of your comfort zone and push yourself basically. And I know how hard the industry is, and I was just getting so frustrated that ever since I've moved out here, I haven't been able to really give like all of myself or all of my time to it, because it's a career that takes a lot of time to create and a lot of effort to create, as most careers are. But like when you think of like how to become an actor, you're just like, where do you even start? Because you can't just like go audition for a fucking Hulu movie, Netflix movie, whatever, out of the blue. Like you have to work yourself up there. It's hard to explain the industry to somebody who's not in it, but as I'm sure you could probably guess, it's one that you really just gotta grind for. School, first of all, wasn't giving what I needed it to give, if that makes sense. Since I got there, I've never been feeling challenged. I get my good grades and I go home, and I do my work and I go home. And it was getting so frustrating that I was, you know, putting all this time into this one thing where I'm like, I just don't see this getting me to where I need it to get me. And so basically ever since I got here, I've just been frustrated with the fact that I'm like, okay, like I'm taking all these classes and I'm learning some things, but I'm just not feeling like I'm learning exactly what I need to, especially because the theater degree is more for theater, not so much for film and TV acting, which is what I am aiming to do. And so after a lot of thought over a lot of time, because I've been thinking about this for a long time, I decided to take a little bit of a break and see how far I could basically progress in this career within a semester's worth of time. Because obviously, you know, I had to talk to my parents and be like, hey, I am so grateful that I got the opportunity to go to college. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so glad that I did. If I hadn't, I never would have acclimated to LA as well as I have. I wouldn't have the friends that I have, which is like the whole support system that I have out here. But as time and time went on, I was just like, I feel like I'm wasting time. I feel like I could be doing more. And then going into the new year, I had all this motivation to really just like work and work and work at it and work in general. I'm only taking 2 online asynchronous classes right now, so I don't have to show up to them. I just do the work and I'm done. That way I can still be considered a student, because if you just drop out of school like entirely, like that messes up a lot of things logistically in your life, and I didn't want to meddle with that. Also because my parents were like, girl, you're getting that degree whether you like it or not, and I was like, I don't blame you. So basically, as soon as I stepped foot back in LA on January 2nd, when I came back after the holidays, I have just been trying to get as much done already as I can. I got new headshots, which I'll pop up right here. I had Sylvain do them. He did an amazing job. I had headshots done before, but just, I needed like a new, fresh, you know, some new ones. Why do I have to explain everything a million times? You know, going into the new year, I just had so much motivation, and I was like, I'm not about to let this all go to waste. She's been working, and also working like in my actual job too, because I'm a nanny, so like obviously I'm still gonna make money that way. So yesterday, for example, did a little bit of background work on a little movie. That was fun. It's always interesting being on a professional set because you really just get to see it all go down. I was gonna bring you guys along to that. I was gonna bring you along to my headshot shoot too, but there's a time and place for everything, and if I can gauge that it's like an okay time to film and create something, then sure. But well, especially yesterday, I was not allowed to film anything at all. I can let you know like once the movie comes out what it was that I was working on, but right now, And then, you know, just doing the job of a working actor, which is submitting yourself to anything that suits you every single day and submitting self-tapes every single day. And I have something big to do next month. It's only been 2 weeks of me being back, and my entire February is booked. I did not expect that at all, but I'm excited. I'm just anticipating it all to start. But if I can film stuff throughout that whole period, and then when it's all over, upload it for you guys, I will. But again, time and place. Like if I'm working, I'm not gonna be like, wait, let me vlog this real quick. Like, but the project appears to be very fun, and I'm excited. I didn't think that I would like book something like what it is quickly, so like slay, I guess. But it's also just gonna be a lot of work, which is what I want. So I was like very like, oh great. Yeah, all of February I'm just gonna be doing the thing. It's all night shoots, all overnight shoots. So if you have any tips for pulling all-nighters days in a row, let me know, because I'm a girl who, I love my 10-hour sleep schedule. I go to bed at like 10:30, I wake up at like 8, and that gets me to where I need to go. And so when I saw acting is not glamorous. Like if there's a lot of overnight shoots, there's a lot of like really long days, but that's like what I wanted though. I'm just hoping that as my like first real thing that I'm in, that I'm really dedicating a lot of my time to, it doesn't run me dry. Just because I was like, oh, so I'm just gonna be nocturnal for a month. But I'm excited for it. One reason that I love this industry is just the whole aspect of teamwork, and it fulfills me so much to be working with a bunch of other people creating this creative project. I don't know, I use this channel as kind of a little like video diary thing, so you probably don't care at all. Nobody probably is even watching. Okay, I need to go grocery shopping. Speaking of that project, I have to do a rehearsal for it over Zoom in a couple hours. Also, new phone case. Ugh, if you saw my phone before, the phone case was to hell and back. Like it literally was ripping apart at the seams, and I was like, I want to buy a new one, like too expensive. But then on Depop, somebody was selling this for 15 bucks. I snatched her up. I have an audio message from my bestie. Let me listen to that. Fit check. I put this brandy top on backwards, that way the neckline can kind of be more like this and not like this. But I like how the back is more open now. I put on a little black lace bra underneath, and it's very cute. And I also have this little Urban Outfitters choker on top. I have these little Express jeans that I've worn down to the bone because I used to work there. And so I got a hell of a lot of use out of them. Even though flare jeans are kind of like on the outs, I still find them very comfortable. Boot cut is more in, flared. And then I got black high top Converse for Christmas, so those are what I'm wearing on my feet. Urban Outfitters bag. I get a lot of questions about this. It's just the Urban Outfitters bag. I don't know. I have these Vogue sunglasses that I got for Christmas and I love them. Wildflower phone case, as you should. And this brandy jacket that I am obsessed with. It is so comfy. It's so nice and oversized. Like, it's such a slay. Such a slay. Like, you're kidding me. This is so comfy. Oh my god. Slay. Okay. Let's go get some groceries because I need to restock my pantry. If you guys ever have to drive pretty often in like torrential downpours, but yesterday when I was driving back from that set, oh my god, that was one of the most frightening drives ever. I think there was just so much water all at once on the freeway that it was like I could just feel my car struggling to push through like these waves. It was insane. The entire time you could not see the lines on the road whatsoever. It just felt so unsafe. And from the East Coast, like, I remember all of the times where it was just like aggressive torrential downpours when you're driving, but also like that was when I used to not drive as much as I was little and everything. I'm trying a new grocery store right now and I'm interested to see if I like it. Let's see and actually see, because my sunglasses were so dark I couldn't see anything. Thank you. I'm hoping it's not like a really expensive organic store. Whee! Ooh, I almost just hit that door. Okay, let's go see if this place ends up being an Erewhon or a Trader Joe's. I don't think it's gonna be a Ralph's. I think it's gonna be either like definitely below Erewhon. Nothing is above the expense that is Erewhon. I've been in there like twice just for fun, and it just pained me to see that people were paying $20 for gallons of milk. I'm sorry, that should like not be allowed. Okay, that was definitely an interesting experience. I want to go home and compare the cost of some of what those things costed to what I usually pay for them at Trader Joe's. Not saying that Trader Joe's is the most inexpensive place in the world either, but it isn't, like, I think it's pretty reasonable for California and everything. Yay. Sorry, Lambo, I'm just gonna scooch by you real quick. Okay, but recapping though, it was really nice in there. It was expensive, so I probably wouldn't go back, but if I wanted to treat myself to some nice groceries, like, I would go there. No way ever on my budget that I would go to Erewhon. Like, it's just, I don't understand paying that much for simple necessities. If you don't know what Erewhon is, also, like, in LA there's this grocery store called Erewhon that is just like so obnoxiously expensive. It's like crazy, but it's super luxurious in there, and like every celebrity grocery shop's there, and you can buy like your, you know, casual sea moss and whatever the fuck. It's so weird. I went in there once with a friend to get Hailey Bieber skin smoothie, whatever, and I went up to the guy at the cash register and I was like, hey, like, can I just get the Hailey Bieber smoothie in like the smallest size? It's like, I wasn't trying to pay too much, but I still wanted to try it. And then he's like, first of all, it only comes in large. Second of all, we don't call it that anymore. It's the Skin Glow smoothie. I was like, okay, damn. I did not expect to be just ridiculed. I'm sorry, I'm not a annual patron to this place, so I don't know, but like, oh my god, it was so obnoxious. And it made me so insecure. I was so embarrassed. I'm just kidding, I wasn't. But like, it was just a kind of like, oh, okay, sorry. Now, I paid $18 for that smoothie. That's another story. But it was insanely good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Hailey Bieber really did that with the recipe. Like, she knows how to make a good smoothie, I'm sure, along with some chefs that helped her out. I looked at how much like a 16-ounce smoothie was at this place that I just went to, and it was $9. That still seems a little absurd to me, but what can you do? They had a lot of sales going on in this store just because I think it's brand new, and also like their kind of tagline was along the lines of like, pay less to eat healthier. Actually, I would say I would go back there if I really, yeah, if I wanted to like get some nice groceries. I would say anything that I pay usually for like $3 at Trader Joe's was like $4.50 there. So it really wasn't that big of a difference, and it was a nice shopping experience. I also love these sunglasses. I know I might look kind of like, ooh, like posh, like I'm just gonna wear my dark black sunglasses and not let anybody see my eyes. The light of day is just too much for me. I don't do well with bright lights, I don't do well with loud noises, any aggressive sensory things. Bye. I should get that checked out. Anyway. I had to chug some water. I was so dehydrated. I did not bring enough water with me. It's grocery haul time, and I could not be more excited. Okay, first, Target. You saw that I went there. I'm sure you could tell by the scenery, it was Target. Okay, first up, coffee creamer. My Chobani vanilla yogurt. I got this brand of kombucha last week called Boo, but the packaging was really cute and it was on sale, and so I was like, let me try. Sucker for some good packaging. I've been creating my cookies lately, so I bought some of the Sweet Loreens ones because pop them in the oven, it's easy. They're not the best, but for some homemade, quick, gluten-free cookies, those will do. And then 2 immunity shots because they were on sale and because I've been feeling like shit lately. Also next month when I'm doing, like I said, a lot of living at nighttime and not during the day, that can cause you to feel really sick and lethargic a lot, and these kind of help me with that. Placebo or not, I don't know, and I don't care. Receipt. I will scan for points later. If you have the app Fetch, not sponsored, but like I love that app because I get points and I'm setting up for a Jiffy Lube gift card. That way I can get a free oil change in the future. Just adult things. Oil changes are expensive, but wait, story time. The other day, I wore this jacket, which if you see on my TikTok, I thrifted at the Melrose Trading Post a couple weeks ago. I might have even put it in this vlog, in Vlogmas. But it's a Harley Davidson bomber. I got it for 30 bucks. 30 bucks. It was crazy, it was crazy. But it was such a steal, such a find. I wore it, not like on purpose to my oil change, but since Harley Davidson is a motorcycle brand, the guys in there, they were loving that I wore that jacket, and they gave me $30 off my oil change. And I don't think it was just because they were being nice. I think it's because they thought it was cool that I was wearing that jacket. So if you want a life hack, wear some like car merch, motorcycle merch to a Jiffy Lube or wherever you get your oil change, and maybe they'll be like, hey, wait, that person's cool. I'm giving them a discount. Parchment paper for when I make the cookies. All-purpose cleaner. At the scent lemon and mint. And then body scrub. I love the Dr. Teal's vitamin C. Oh, and Cholula. My second bottle is almost out. Can you see? Look at that. Sad. But now we have a new one, so. Next, the other place that I went to. So my total was 30 bucks for all this. I think that makes sense, especially for LA, but at the same time, I would have liked to pay a little bit less. I mean, obviously, I would have liked it to all be free, but especially if you don't live in California, you're gonna be like, you got all of that for 30 bucks. Like, that's not enough, but what do you want me to do about it? What do you want me to do about it, okay? I don't know why. I'm like, people are gonna hate that I paid a lot for my groceries. Do you think anybody actually cares? And if they do, why? If they do care, why? That's weird. Okay, I've never seen buy one get one free on fruit before, or berries. I got buy one get one free on my raspberries, and that was so slay. When I nanny, I like to have a frozen meal for lunch because it's a lot easier to heat up when I get my little break. But I got this cauliflower mac and cheese from Sweet Earth. I'll let you know if it's good. I don't really have high hopes for it, but we'll see. I don't know why I'm hating on it. Why am I hating? Why am I? Get rid of the haterness. Just. I got 70% cacao chocolate chips. The higher cacao percentage, the better. I love it. I love dark chocolate. Only dark chocolate. No milk chocolate, no white chocolate. Ew. only dark chocolate. Some avocados, because I really was in the mood for some avocado toast, and some oranges. And lastly, 2 bags of tortilla chips. The Late July brand, whenever I see the Late July brand, I have to grab because they're just so good. So good. Almond milk. If you buy the almond milk that's just in the aisle and not refrigerated, and then you just refrigerate it yourself, it's so much more inexpensive. This is only $2. Usually I drink oat milk, but the oat milk there, that was when I was like, that's like a determinant for me of whether a store is expensive or not. Like at Target, most of the oat milk is around like $4. But there it was like $6. But also, wherever I've been going, eggs have been so crazy expensive, but a whole dozen eggs there is only $3. I bet nobody cares at all about any of this, but hey, I'm pretty proud of the, wait, let me make sure these aren't cracked, because I didn't check. Okay, slay. Wait, why is that one? That one, that looks like me, it has freckles. I love my robe. Oh my god. If you wonder what kombucha tastes like, basically it kind of tastes, well, at least this brand tastes like seltzers.